Welcome back to Travel and Tantrums.
Today we're going to take you on a trip to Koh Chang. So as you're probably aware, Thailand's a great kind of beach islandy place. Lots of the more traditional resorts are located in the south, kind of the bottom southwest of Thailand, nearer to Malaysia. But Koh Chang is situated in the Gulf of Thailand to the east. Yeah. It's actually nearer Cambodia than it is to Bangkok.
So how to get to Koh Chang?
So we decided to drive.
We hired a car.
We drove from Bangkok.
How much did that cost us?
We stayed in Koh Chang for about a week and it was all up about 350 New Zealand dollars. That's probably like $290 US, something like that. So we hired a pickup truck this time, a two-wheel drive pickup truck, and more on the two-wheel drive stuff later. From Bangkok, it took us about 7 to 8 hours, predominantly expressways and motorways.
There are toll booths where it can cost in between 40 to about 150 baht at each one, and there's about 3, 4.
Yeah. If you didn't want to kind of do it in one go, you could stop off potentially in places like Pattaya, Rayong, and break up the journey. But there are other ways to get to Koh Chang. The second way is to get a minibus. You can hire a minibus yourself, or you can jump into a shared minibus from any number of the pickup points. I'm assuming you are going to be in Bangkok, and I believe that starts around 500 to 550 baht per person. You can fly from Bangkok to an airport called Trat. Probably like 45 minutes, I'm guessing. Flights are anywhere between 125 to 150 US dollars one way. And then you have to go from Trat airport to the ferry port, which is probably like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you still have to take the ferry.
The ferries go every
45 minutes.
Yeah, and it takes roughly about half an hour.
Yeah, about that.
The ferry costs for a car.
One way, 120 baht, and then 80 baht for adults and 30 baht for children.
Once you get off the ferry, that's when you get a taxi. There's plenty of taxis there to pick you up.
Some of the hotels will pick you up, others you have to make your own way.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to think about Koh Chang is the west coast and the east coast. Touristy type sites and the best beaches are on the west. And then on the eastern side, it's very sleepy, it's very quiet. The mobile phones still work on the island, so you're not completely remote. There's Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere. There's no big supermarkets on the island. If you were looking at, there was a macro I did recall seeing, but it's more convenience store type outlets. Now be prepared to pay higher prices for lots of things when you're there. Compare it to let's say Bangkok or Chiang Mai and the price of food, where you might pay anywhere between 50 to 150 baht for a meal. Yeah. It's probably 3-4 times the price on that island.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of good beaches on Koh Chang. We predominantly spent the most of our time on Klong Prao Beach, Kai Bay Beach, and Bang Bao. Now, your favourite beach? Klong Prao, where we had the second part of our stay?
Yes. Yeah, that was my favourite beach. The beach itself was a bit wider compared to the other beach that we were at, and there was a few swings on coconut trees, which you love getting the photos of when you're on holiday. You could walk along it a little bit more.
And along that strip there are lots of resorts, kind of deck chairs out there and restaurants. And if you make your way up, we found a place called Phu Talay is the Thai name.
We spent a lot of days there, and I ate a lot of mango sticky rice, which they did it was really nice.
Yeah. Second beach we spent a lot of time on was Bang Bao. The beach is tiny, but it feels very exclusive and private in a way, doesn't it?
I wonder if it felt tired though because there had been that massive storm. So the tide was in a bit more.
The day before we got there was like a king tide, a high tide. Water levels were pretty much flooding most of the houses there. So we got there and that water level was receded, but it left a lot of debris and the beaches were a bit messy.
Yeah.
Nobody's fault, just nature.
We decided to do a budget accommodation, so that was right down the very south.
Bang Bao, yeah. A place called Yuyu Guesthouse. Real cheap. 60 to 70 New Zealand dollars a night, which is probably like 40 US or something like that.
Right on the beach. It was wonderful to get a massage there at night time. It was so relaxing listening to the crashing waves, and it was a decent price.
You know, there was enough to kind of keep you entertained for a few days, so we stayed there maybe 3 or 4 nights, I think, wasn't it?
We did, yeah. Really nice and relaxing.
Now the next place we stayed at was Phu Talay Guesthouse. 90 to 100 New Zealand dollars per night. A traditional like Thai fisherman's house, right on the river, on stilts. Absolutely picturesque and stunning. It was literally a place you could sit down, read a book, chill out, except we've got 2 young kids and we couldn't do that. Guest house had about 5 rooms, 3 upstairs, about 2 downstairs. Basic accommodation, however, I think it was the charm of the place, wasn't it?
Yeah, lounge area with huge open doors that led out straight to where the river was.
Just a bit further up the road, probably like 200-300 metres up the road, was a place called Aana Resort where our friends were staying.
They roughly charged about $200 a night.
It's semi-big resort, had more exclusive villas and it had the basic villas.
It was a nice common area where the pool was. They had 2 pools, but it was a bit more child-friendly at the second pool that we were at. So it was great. They were teaching diving in there as well.
Yeah. The good thing about both the guest house, so Aana Resort and Phu Talay, is there were kayaks and you had free use of those.
Yeah. Also another thing about the guest house where we stayed, you can go there for dinner and it is a free service to go up and see
the fireflies. I think it started at 7, didn't it? So that jump on the boat and they take you up the river, switch the engines off.
Yeah, so it was very cool to show the kids and you'd see the flashing lights of the fireflies. So after a few days of relaxing, we decided to go for a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, so we took a trip around to the eastern side of the island. Very sleepy over there, but definitely worth exploring. So we stopped at a coffee shop first of all. We stayed at a place called Coffee by Natara.
Yeah, it was a really nice atmosphere, and a really fun thing to do was to jump on the swings that were in the sea. After our coffees, we went for another very short drive.
There's a little place up the road called the Organic Coconut Garden. Definitely worth a pit stop there to get some lunch or even just a coconut shake.
Yeah.
So the guy there pretty much runs a little organic farm. Papaya, pineapples, coconuts, veggies and stuff. So we had pad thai and a tom yum.
We got a few dishes. It was a lovely atmosphere.
Really peaceful and relaxing. He's got some hammocks there as well, which the kids liked.
Yeah. And a very interesting toilet.
Yes, go and check out the toilet. Further along the east coast, more towards the south of the island, we stopped at a little fisherman's village.
Yeah, it was just a quick pit stop. The kids started to get a bit anxious. But it was lovely just to chill out right next to the sea and just gaze at the beautiful view.
After that, we took another drive to the very south of the island.
And that was called Long Beach.
In terms of a spot, it's not very nice. So much plastic and litter there, it was horrible.
Nobody gone and picked it up there. It was very sad to see. For the drive,
The terrain of the island is very steep, real tight hairpins at one point. We hired basically a ute pickup truck, but it was only 2-wheel drive. Now the issue with that is when there was some dew on the road in the morning, pretty much half the vehicles could not get up the roads and everybody was wheel spinning.
including us.
Including us, hired it in low gear. We didn't leave early in the morning, we were waiting until the sun came out and dried the roads.
You know, on a nice day it is really lovely to be driving through it because it is just like you're driving through a jungle. Yeah, then there's monkeys.
There's monkeys around, so it is pretty good. So, what Koh Chang has to offer food and drink wise?
Sorry, Koh Chang.
Sorry, Koh Chang, yeah, you suck.
Yeah.
The food is bland, flavourless.
Catering for the Western palate.
Yeah.
Quite hard to find the right place.
Now we did find seafood night market and restaurant near Klong Prao, not as far as Kai Bay. Now this place was fresh seafood, cooked really well, just amazing taste, cheap in the sense of Bangkok street food price. Now this is more of a plasticky chair place. Don't let that put you off. The food is spot on. Now we found that on the recommendation of our friend and already over the bad food we'd had in 2 days. Now he found this place and I was like, wow, you saved the holiday.
So to summarise, Koh Chang as a family. It's a great place to relax. The beaches are not pristine. The water isn't as aqua as other parts of Thailand.
I guess it's not as built up, which can be a plus and a minus. Koh Chang is quite laid back. Probably give it a 6 out of 10. There were some things that I really liked around the tranquility of Klong Prao and the beach there. Food, not good. Expensive, yeah. Accommodation was okay. Would I go back? Probably not for a while.
So thanks for watching another episode of Travel and Tantrums.
We will be back in the future with more videos. So please like us, subscribe, comment, fire through any questions. We hope you've inspired you to go travelling with your family, no matter how old, how young. Let's just get out there and do it.
Yeah, life is too short. Go travel, make memories.
See you next time.
Bye.